do. Time for this lawbreaker. Hey, what's up, you guys? This is AJ coming to you once again from this website, and today I'm checking out the Super7 TMNT Ultimates Casey Jones figure. And I'm really excited for this review because this will be my first proper Super7 TMNT Ultimates review. I did do an overview of all 4 turtles, so if you want, you can check that video out. I have a TMNT playlist. You can find it there. And another quick note is I had this video shot, review done, and due to technical difficulties, I lost everything. So it's a shame because I wanted to show the figure in the box and everything because I just love the packaging with these figures. I always say I'm an out-of-box collector. The packaging doesn't mean anything to me, but there's just something about this packaging that I really love. So I actually am saving the packages for these Ultimates figures. So kind of a bummer that I lost that video, but we're gonna muscle through. I'm just gonna quickly go through the packaging because it really is nice packaging. First, you get this outer like shipping box that'll say, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Casey Jones, Nickelodeon, Super7. And then you pop it open. Where do I have it? Oh, I also want to say that Amazon shipped this. I got this from Amazon, and they put it in like a, not even an envelope, like a shipping bag, and the box was dented, which really kind of annoys me because, sure, if any packaging I want to save, of course, this is the package that, one of the packages that arrived dented and damaged. That hasn't happened with anything else I got from Amazon in recent times. I do hear horror stories, but then it comes in like a plastic bag, and you take the package out of the bag, and this is where it really shines. You get this cool slip cover with a manhole graphic, and they're unique to each figure. So here you can see Casey. Here's more of that Amazon damage. I will try to plow through without being too annoyed, because I am annoyed. And then, of course, the figure's not in it anymore, but it is really nice packaging. You get Turtles, Casey Jones, and you can see everything he comes with in the package. And then you get a little bio. So yeah, I just think it's really nice packaging. For those of you who may not know, this line is an homage to the original Playmates toys, and they just take the original designs and update them to a more modern aesthetic while still paying tribute to those old toys. So first off, to show that off, we're going to show the accessories. So just like the original toy line, you get the accessories on a sprue with the classic colors. And I think this sprue is awesome because the actual frame is a hockey net, which is awesome. And of course, here you have this hockey stick, this golf club, some pucks, and 3 different types of bats. But that's not all. So in addition to this, you get all of those in color. So you have the little pucks, there's the 2, and you got a little like the hockey tape on them. See those really tiny. I can see if you're not careful, you will lose those easily. Here's a third one with no hockey tape. And then here's the golf club, all painted up. And the paint on the painted accessories are really nice. This is a little warped out of the package, nothing a little heat or hot water can't take care of. You see the bands around the club itself. Nice handle. And then you get the different bats, which have excellent paint work on them. Let me get it into focus. There we go. I mean, that looks like real wood. So yeah, fantastic. This one's broken here. Then you get this one, which is broken. I'll get it in focus. There we go. Really nice looking accessories. They did a fantastic job giving this the look of wood. And this is the intact bat. And then my favorite accessory for Casey has always been the goalie stick. And again, the paint work, it looks just like real wood, and you can feel the texture in it. And then I like how the tape has so bright. I don't know if you can see it, but it has like paint to make it look worn and dirty. It's fantastic. So yeah, like I said, all the accessories you get on the classic screw that you got in the classic screw, you get on this screw, and the painted versions. I always go with the painted versions. They look great, and plus I want to keep this screw intact because I think that's really cool. And besides that, out of package you get that set of hands, and then you get a whole array of different hands, and they all have like some nice paint work, especially in the white wrappings to make them like they're up like bully stick. But yeah, all of the hands you'll need, so that's really awesome as well. I also forgot to mention his golf bag to hold all those accessories because I already have it on him, and that is a great job too. It looks awesome. I like how all the little rings and everything have the silver paint apps on them, so that looks really cool. So as we start to take a closer look at Casey himself, I think they did a bang up job modernizing and updating that old Playmates figure, and he just looks really cool. You can see all the inspiration from that figure in this figure with, like I said, the modern touch, the modern flares. As I bring him in closer, I just love how his mask came out. Of course, that is the main focal point of Casey, and the dark, thick black lines really bring out the mask, and I just think it looks really awesome. I love how you have a little bit of hair just hanging on this section of the mask, blue highlights in the hair, just like the old figure. Then you have the top band of the hockey mask that gets lost in the back of the hair. Same with the sides, both sides. So really cool. Piece of hair, real hair. And then you have his nice pad, which is awesome and does not get in the way of articulation, so that's a plus. And then the strap coming for that pad is molded. It's not a separate piece. And you go down to his abs. He has his fingerless glove on this hand, and then his wrapped up hand that goes onto part of the forearm, which again, like I said, matches the other hands with the dirtiness. And you go down to the sweatpants, ripped and tattered with the tie, and then the ripped knees. It looks like he's wearing, I think those are either pads or like, you know, like thermal pants or something underneath. I don't know, but those two are dirty. Rip here, no rip on that side. Behind, focus. And what I also really like is a lot of companies don't do that is he's got painted shoelaces. I know it's a little thing, but a lot of companies don't do that, and I thought it was really neat that they did. And then of course the golf bag now is covering, but it's more of the same with the wrinkles. You can see part of his hood, down to the back of his legs. I will say one thing, I was kind of bummed out on my copy. I do have a paint scuff here, which is kind of irksome to me. Kind of a shame. I just wanted to point that out. Moving on to articulation, and before we get into it, I gotta say, that's the biggest gripes or whatever you hear on the internet about these Ultimates figures is people have you think that these are statues and not well articulated. I strongly disagree. Can they get into Spider-Man like poses? Absolutely not. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. But they are not as the people of the internet would have you believe. You thinking they make these figures sound like they're statues, and that is 100% false. But we'll get into it. So his head does turn side to side, of course. You get a tiny bit of tilt. I wish there was a tad more, but not too terrible. With Casey, unfortunately, like I said, not perfect articulation. You can't really look up because his hair gets in the way, and you can't really look down much. So definitely lacking in that aspect on this figure. Said his arm will go up that far. This pad doesn't get in the way. He does have the bicep, single jointed elbow. Does that rotate as well? Yes, it does. It rotates. And then you get the wrist swivel with the hinge up and down. You don't really get much in way of crunching, but you get the really waist swivel clicky, I was gonna say. There is a tad bit of movement, so you can get a little tilt out of it, but that's something that I would like to see improved as the line evolves. And then the leg goes out really far. You get a nicely hidden upper thigh swivel, especially when you have it in neutral position. You get a single jointed knee. Yes, it does. It rotates like that. I forgot. And then his foot will go back that far on the ankle because it crashes into the sculpt of his sweatpants. Goes forward a little bit, and then you get this one doesn't. You do get rocker. This one must be a little stuck. You get this amount of rocker. But overall, besides a few stuck parts, the joints move fluidly, and I just, from the Ultimates figures I have, I do like, besides the a couple stuck parts here and there, the joints move really fluidly, and I just like how they move. And here's Casey next to the Super7 TMNT Ultimates Raph figure, his best buddy, and I think they look really cool together. They scale very nicely together. So bottom line for me is that I really think the Super7 TMNT Ultimates Casey Jones figure is awesome, just like the other figures in the line that I've managed to pick up so far. Yes, there are some articulation hiccups, but don't believe the internet. They're not statues. As the line evolves, would I like to see some more ab crunching ability? Yes, and also some more looking up and down movement in the head. But the line is 4 waves in, and there's only 3 human type characters because the line, of course, is turtles. There's a lot of wacky creatures, so articulation schemes are going to be very varied. Very varied. So for the human type characters, I would like to see some more traditional crunch head up, look up and down, like I just said. But besides that, I think he looks fantastic. He definitely does pay a respectable homage to the classic figure, like this line is intended to. And I just think he looks great. He's loaded with accessories. There cannot be any complaints about his accessories, at least for me. Tons of accessories. Almost everything, I think pretty much everything you'd want in a Casey figure. So yeah, really happy to have this figure. This line is quickly becoming my favorite line. I'm currently obsessed with this line, and the things coming down the pipe, I cannot wait to get my hands on them. Genghis Frog, it's a shame we have to wait next year for him, but he looks fantastic. But anyway, yeah, Casey is another home run, and I just think this figure is awesome. With that being said, drop me a comment, tell me what you think about the figure, and as always, thanks for your continued support. If you stumbled on this video just now and you like the content, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to tap that like button to let me know how I'm doing, and whip that notification bell, and I will catch you guys very soon right back here on the whip side. Later.